Dear friends, the longest road tunnel in the world is in Norway. It's called Lærdal Tunnel. It is 25 kilometers long. Once I happened to pass that way, and my friend was driving me through this tunnel. Before entering the tunnel, my friend began to tell me all the details of this tunnel, the best planned and engineered tunnel in the world. And there are safety measures that nothing wrong should happen to anyone. Every 6 kilometers, there's a large hall for anyone to take a little rest. And the oxygen level in the tunnel is always kept to the optimum that everyone can have a very safe passage. And my friend began to tell me stories. Though everything is safe in the tunnel, some months ago, a drug addict stopped the car suddenly and began to shout. And the whole traffic was stopped. Nobody could do anything. Even the police could not come that way. By the time the police came and cleared the traffic, it was a few minutes. And then he said, this tunnel is going through mountain ranges. Every now and then there should be some earthquake, but then very minor earthquake. Nothing has happened so far. Only thing is, there could be a failure in the electricity. I, hearing the stories, slowly began to feel nervous, and my mouth went dry. I began to suffocate. I thought everything was getting dark. My friend looked at me by the corner of the eye and asked me, "Father, are you okay?" I mumbled, yes, I'm okay. But I was not okay at all. I was suffocating. I thought I was not getting air anymore to breathe. And I asked him, when is son going to come? And he said, "Father, just 20 minutes, that's all. The whole journey takes only 20 minutes. At times, people go in a slow pace, and traffic a little slow today, it may take a little more." Began to feel all the more nervous, asking him, "When are we going to see the sun ray?" And then, after a few minutes, it takes about 25 minutes to reach the end of the tunnel, there was clear sunlight. I told him, "Stop the car, let's go to a restaurant." My dear friends, we were going through a tunnel. This year of pandemic has been a tunnel experience, and the tunnel was dark. We were nervous, we were upset often, and fearful, even desperate. Many of the plans we had kept at the beginning of the year have not come true, and the future looks very dark, and we are nervous. And then the media comes with all sorts of bad news, bombarding us. We were getting nervous day after day. I was praying with Psalm 66. Let me read for you verses 10 to 12. "You tested us, O God, tried us as silver tried by fire. You led us into a snare. You bound us all at the waist as captives. Yet you let captives set food on our neck. We went through fire and water. Then you led us out to freedom." Israel, the chosen race, chosen by God in a very special way, God sent them through tunnels. They had terrible times in Egypt and even later. But when the psalmist describes such terrible times, one thing the psalmist says, you led us through. You led us through fire. The real word is testing, refining silver in the furnace. Really, our experience during this year of pandemic was a furnace experience. And yet, we were sure it is God in charge, God leading us, God refining us, and God will turn everything to our good. The psalmist says in the psalm, shout joyfully to God, all you on earth. Sing of his glorious name. Give him glorious praise. Say to God, how awesome your deeds. Before your great strength, your enemies cringe. All on earth fall in worship before you. They sing of you, sing of your name. The light is very near to us. We are reaching the end of the tunnel, and God is in control. It's a time we praise and thank our God and wait for the sunrise, even when we are praising. The reason for us to praise and thank God is God has kept us alive. God has saved us all through this dark experience, and God is in control. Shout joyfully to God. When I reached the end of the tunnel and saw the sun, I was free. I was happy. And sitting with my friend in the restaurant, sipping a cup of tea, I felt so good. I have reached the end of the tunnel. That's exactly what God is going to do to us. End of the tunnel. You led us out to freedom. God is leading us out to freedom. That's a message God is giving all of us. He is in control and is leading us out to freedom. Let us rejoice. As the new year begins, we're going to see the sunshine, and God will continue to lead us, always lead us by the hand.